This playthrough is rated E for everyone.
Babalou, Madame Alou. Ah bon, ah bon. Et belle Chipou. Ah bon, ah bon. Ah bon, ah bon. Et belle Chipou. Ah bon, ah bon. Ik papo, het pelripou. Ik papo, het pelripou. Papou ne touche no kick xenophobie.
Well, once again, we find ourselves in the lands of the Goblin world, and we find another unlikely hero. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare here with another new game, and this time it's Goblins 3 for the PC, made by Cocktail Vision in 1993, and I think the version we got is like 1994 or whatever. This is the English version, and, well, it's the final of the trilogy of the Goblins games. Technically, there was a fourth one, but that one's kind of like a weird outlier, even though it's part of the series, but I like to consider it a trilogy in terms of just the original graphics and everything like that. This time we play as the Goblin Blount, or I think it's Blount. It's B-L-O-U-T. But anyway, before we continue on, let's go to the manual just to see what's offered, and then I'll go over the gameplay mechanics. So let's pop on in and check the manual here. Yeah, there's the artwork for it, but looks like Blount might be some type of journalist or something like that. Very cool. And what's with that wolf? It's probably not important. Anyway, welcome to Goblins 3. This story. 4,000 years, the two kingdoms ruled by Queen Gina and King Bod have competed fiercely to be the first to conquer the labyrinth in the bowels of Mount Philandre. According to the legend, the goblin who manages to come through all the tests in the labyrinth of Philandre will win eternal benefit for his people. So far, all those who have tried their luck have returned completely insane, and a river of bitterness continues to flow from the mountain through the two hostile kingdoms. For many years, this ancestral struggle has captivated the attention of the greatest historians, especially the readers of Goblin News. Blount, one of the most talented journalists of the newspaper, has dreamed of attaining a sensational scoop for a long time. But recently, there have been new and alarming developments. Behorn, the guardian of the labyrinth and the only person who can guarantee that the tests have been passed fairly, has just died of old age. This is bad news, plus the disturbing discovery that they key to... Yeah, this could have been proofread a bit more. That they key to the entrance has disappeared. Even more serious, Behorn's daughter, Winona, cannot be found. I think it's Winona, yeah. Has Winona been kidnapped? Is she in danger? Without the key, how can the champions try to overcome the obstacles of the labyrinth? Has one of the monarchs stolen the key to be able to explore the labyrinth despite what the rules say? Blount wants to find the answers to these questions. He has made up his mind. He will go to the two kingdoms and interview the two rivals. While he's there, he'll try to draw their portraits, since nobody has an idea what the two hostile monarchs look like. And now the journey. Blount starts out by boarding a flying vessel for Mount Philandre, which is in a very remote region. But when he leaves his cabin the following day, he finds that the captain, the crew, and even rats have abandoned the vessel and is now being bombarded by huge rocks. Great holes have already appeared in the hull, and nose is slowly in the nose, but surely submerging. Like I said, could have been proofread. It's a translation from French to English, so what do you expect? Blount must get off the ship before it capsizes completely. This is only the beginning of a long series of hair-raising adventures for Blount. Very soon, he finds Winona being mistreated by King Bod's henchmen and immediately intervenes. As a result, he comes up against a fierce wolf who leaves him for dead and possessed of a werewolf personality which reveals itself any time he is exposed to the moon. Blount has to find a means of transport and then concoct weird potions in the laboratory of an alchemist. Potions such as the speed elixir or growth elixir, which will enable him to reach the kingdom of Xena and Bod. Is he late for the story? Thanks to his double personality, he might have a chance to try and overcome the obstacles of the labyrinth and become the champions of both Xena and Bod. Maybe he'll also be able to resolve the conflict that divides their two kingdoms. Alright, and the aim of the game. Blount must get into the castles of both King Bod and Queen Xena. His adventures take him through small worlds made up of 2 or 3 connected scenes. Each world contains an enigma. The pieces of a solution to the puzzle are scattered about in the different scenes that made up the world. Blount sets out on his own, but he meets other characters in the course of the game. These include Chump the parrot, Fulbert the boa constrictor, and Ooya the sage. Though he can select them and make them move like Blount, they will not pick up objects and their actions are few and selective. Blount can only succeed by combining his actions with those of the characters who accompany him. For example, while Fulbert swings the candelabra, Blount can hold on to it, and in its case timing is all important. To succeed, you must make your move exactly right. Neither too early, neither too late. But yeah, unfortunately the manual kind of spoils some future scenes, but that's fine. Yeah, Blount is the hero of this game. He's a journalist, and what's new to this game is yeah, you can actually scroll across the map. So instead of everything just being on one screen, where you had to do everything here and then maybe go off screen to the next one, yeah, now we have scrolling. Now some of the maps are bigger than others, so you just have to keep that in mind when looking around. And like in the previous game, if you click on the arrow with Blount, he'll move across the map. If you click on something, he'll interact with it in some way or another, either pick it up, use it, or he might not know how to use it, whatever. If we right-click, we can check our item inventory. Right now we got a coin in our inventory. Let's see what happens if we use it. Well, there we go.
Tails!
I forgot he says... Yeah, he actually has a voice actor, too, just like in the previous game. Let's see if he says heads at any point.
Heads!
There you go. Not that that's important or anything like that. All right, let's go over the top. If you highlight the top of the menu, there's a couple of things we can click on. We've got management, which allows you to save, load, quit, and version of the game. I don't know why they put a version button on there, but whatever. I got version 0.0, I guess, whatever. I've also got this light idea bulb thing right here. These are jokers. What they are is over the course of the game, you can use these jokers and it'll give you a clue on how to solve the puzzle, if not outright tell you. We also got Goblin News. This tells you what the major, like some of the story and what the point of the scene actually is. So let's click on that. Goblin News. Using the Galodian method, learn to speak Galodian in one night. Impossible mission. I am Blount, your faithful reporter, and I am starting the fabulous trip to the foreign country. Yeah, unfortunately, the way it does it. Country of Flandria. I promised I will bring back an interview of Queen Xena and King Bod, who are enemies. And yeah, every scene, basically every area you go to is a scene, so you can click on the Goblin News to see what Blount is up to, or what maybe the objective is, or what he's trying to do. So in this way, yeah, I just like the little art and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, I think 2 might still be my favorite of the 3, but this game has a lot of charm to it too, just like with some of the quality of life features and stuff like that. And Blount himself is a likable character. So anyway, we can also click inventory here if you don't want to right click. We also go aim of the screen. What that is, it just goes the overarching map of the game. So basically we have to go from here to here. So this is how the game works. So each of these is a scene that we have to interact with. So it gives you a pretty good idea of how many scenes are in the game. Some of them will be connected to one spot and just transfer over depending on how it is. But yeah, this gives you an idea of how many major events are going to be. So this one, I'd say this game is a bit longer than the first one, the first and 2. It might actually be the combination of the first 2 to combine. It might be the same length as those, because there's quite a few scenes in this game, as you can see here. And yeah, this gives you just an idea of what we're going to interact with. So anyway, if we click on the map, it tells us what our objective is. Blount must free Chump, then find the way to leave the flying ship aboard the barrel. Okay, so yeah, that's how we finished it off. So, you know what? Actually, I don't want to do that. I just want to leave. Let's just grab this parachute.
I must leave this ship with the barrel that is at the stern.
No. We're just gonna grab the parachute. Let's just get out of here. Nuts. Well, goodbye, everyone. Oh my god, he just tried to Minecraft himself. Yeah, no, he just... remember back in the day in cartoons where he could do stuff like that? Now, well, let's just say people aren't You know. But anyway, yeah, he just pretends to shoot himself. So, all right, let's grab the obvious stuff here. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Basically, this game is similar to the first game and the second game. This game uses Looney Tunes comedy and logic. So, you know, shooting yourself with a fake gun and stuff, or with a gun and not actually hurting yourself, stuff like that. So, so we got a golf club. Well, I mean, what else would you use a golf club for? Let's just hit this ball. Why not? This will solve everything. All right, sorry, that's not a good idea. All right, let's not do that. So, anyway, let's go ahead and grab this hook over here. Or there's a screw here. We can actually use the. Now you probably think, well, let's click on it just to see what he does.
It's a hook for the ropes. A screw is holding it.
I gotta remember myself to actually click stuff before I actually solve the solution, because yeah, sometimes Blount will say something or do something before doing it, because otherwise you could just solve it immediately. But let's take a look at this. The rope.
I must find something to cut the rope that holds this barrel.
You can tell that even without the jokers, this game is a lot more lenient when it comes to the puzzles. Although there is a puzzle in this game I did actually have trouble at, and we'll get to that when we get to that. It's quite a while down the way, but there's a hole here, rope, barrel, whatever. So let's see, what's this door do? Oh, it takes us to the other side. All right. See what? Ooh. Who puts hands on a boat anyway? So what's this? Flagstone? Oh, jumping on that does something with that hand. But I can't be in two places at once. We'll have to get back to that later. But yeah, this door just basically teleports from here to here for whatever reason. Oh, what's this? A loop? Nope. Okay. Let's check this box. Hello, box. Oh, what's that? Pepper. All right. Anything else? A plunger? What? Why? Anything else? A mousetrap. Once more? Nope, same thing. Yeah, mousetrap. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, we got a tooth right there. He said we didn't need to cut the rope, so maybe we can get that tooth somehow? I want the tooth, but nothing but the tooth, so help me, Bob. No, what is this, a weight? What can we do with this thing? Oh, it lowers it into that hole there. Maybe there's something's in there. Put this rope. What does this do? Oops. Once more. It's now 10 o'clock, and now you can become your own monk or friar, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, sometimes in the game there's like little jokes like that where they don't do anything; they're just there to as a gag. So, yeah, that's why I like this game. This game has a lot of color like that as well. So, like I said, it's a choice, toss up between 2 or 3 of which one's my favorite. But anyway, we see a knot right here. Let's examine that, see if that does anything. That seems to do anything. What the? Who's that fellow? Well, let's talk to him. A parrot, huh? Alright, let's talk to this parrot. Hello, good sir. Probably want a cracker?
His name is Chump. The sailors locked him up because he was impossible.
He's totally impossible. I like in the game that they still talk with their generic vowels and then they do the voice acting, so they're not going over each other. Because in the previous game, that happened a lot, where you'd be talking and then all of a sudden their whatever character animation movements sounds would also blare into it, so you could sometimes not hear them properly. So I like that they distinguish the two. But anyway, we gotta get him out of this thing, huh? No? Can't do that? Nah, I know the obvious solution, so let's hit him with the golf club. Huh, nuts. Well, we got him out of one spot and into the next. How are we going to get him out of that hole? I wonder how we get him out of the hole. Actually, I wonder if you can just take the golf ball. It's not part of the solution, by the way. I didn't think so. He's like, what am I going to do with that? All right, let's, oh, Chump. Yeah, we read about him in the manual. Hello. There we go.
Chump offers to help if I get him out of there.
Oh, yeah, I do need another character, so... do you see the rats just jumping off the ship? Rats flying from... That's how you know a ship's about to sink, when rats are flying off of it. I think if you like read stories about like ships sinking, you can like if rats have gotten onto it, you'll see like hundreds of rats just trying to get off and swim in the ocean to like somewhere, even though there's nowhere they could go, and that tells you that they know it's drowning or collapsing or whatever. So anyway, let's get them out. So let's. Well, you know what you got to do when you got something stuck in a hole. And there he goes. And now Chump is a usable character. See, he can jump and move around. So he can't talk to anyone, but yeah, and he can't use items either. You just have to use them to solve your puzzles. All right, so while he's doing that. And yeah, like in the previous Goblins game, you can move multiple people at once, and there are timed puzzles in this. So, but anyway, let's use this coin to open the screw and get that, whatever that is. There goes the screw, but we can use this hook. We did it good. He made a flip, just like Fingus from the previous game. There's a hook. And just show you what these things do while you. Oops. Okay. I just like sometimes using items just in general, just to show what he does. That's not how you swing a golf club, you silly bear. It's a nice new hat. But anyway, all right, let's put this hook on this hole here, or this loop. Aha. Now what's in that hole? How do we get it? Well, remember when you pulled it earlier and moved into the hole? Let's have Chump go to the weight and see what happens. Alright, if he does it, yeah, item comes up. We need that, so let's grab that umbrella. And yeah, you get plenty of time to do that, so. I think there's like there's one area that has a pretty specific time puzzle to it. I think that's the one that frustrated me, if I remember correctly, but that's a while away, so. But anyway, we got an umbrella, so. Ooh. Alright, cool. Alright, now what next? Now let's move over here. Yeah, we need to get that tooth, so let's move on a hand and have Chump jump on this flagstone, and that'll flip the hand up, like we saw earlier, so. Whee! And there we go. And thus we got the tooth. I want the tooth, but nothing but the tooth, so help me, Bob. Alright. Let's jump down. By the way, I think this is supposed to be like a glitch. I think it's supposed to be like the back of the rope or something like that, because there's not supposed to be anything over here, so I don't know why that's there. But anyway, probably a graphical glitch or whatever. But anyway, that's all we got for this scene or whatever. That's pretty much it, so we're done. So all you have to do to finish this is put the umbrella in the hole here. Oops. Put the umbrella in the hole. And then finally use the tooth to cut it down. And that's it for the first scene of Goblins 3. What awaits Blount after he flies off this flying ship? Will he land in the land of ogres and trolls, oh my? And will he meet the girl of his dreams? Find out next time in the next episode of Goblins 3. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.